As you've no doubt heard by now, Josh Duggar was arrested on child pornography charges back in April, and if he's convicted, he faces up to 40 years in prison. One would think that as this is not the first time that Josh has been exposed as a predator, his family would be united in turning their backs on the creep. But that hasn't been the case. Instead, it seems that the Duggars are deeply divided over the question of how to approach this situation. Some members, most notably Jim Bob, Michelle, and Anna Duggar, are 100% Team Josh, and will likely remain on his side even in the event of a conviction, which seems to be the likeliest outcome at this point. Others, however, recognize that support for what it is the continued sheltering and coddling of a known sex offender. Into that camp fall most of the people who were rebelling against Jim Bob's regime already, such as Amy, Jessa, and of course, Jinger Duggar. Jinger earned the title of family rebel several years ago, when she started displaying an independent streak that caused her overbearing father a great deal of consternation. Eventually, Jinger married a guy Jim Bob didn't approve of, and she continued demonstrating her flair for creative rule-breaking by violating the infamous Duggar dress code, with husband Jeremy Vuolo's permission, of course. Jinger is still a Duggar, after all. These days, Jinger and Jeremy are living a quiet, domestic life in Los Angeles, hundreds of miles from the strife that has consumed the rest of the family. Of course, that physical distance doesn't allow Jinger and Jeremy to opt out of the drama entirely, but when they do comment on the Josh situation, they tend to make their feelings known in remarkably subtle ways. Unlike some other members of the family, Jinger and Jeremy are not hiding out far from it. In fact, the couple has continued promoting their memoir and attending public events. Earlier this week, Jeremy posted a pic of himself clad in a hoodie and a pair of Jordans addressing a group of kids at a summer camp, and many Duggar fans believe the Bible passage he quoted contained a subtle dig at Josh and Jim Bob. Loved speaking to the kids at Camperton on 1 Timothy 4:7-8, and being an athlete in the pursuit of godliness, Vuolo captioned the pic. Have nothing to do with irreverent, silly myths. Rather train yourself for godliness, for while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life, and also for the life to come. Jeremy has long been at odds with the elder men of Jinger's family over matters of scriptural interpretation. And some believe that this context-free warning against silly myths is Jeremy's way of expressing his true thoughts about his in-laws. Maybe we're reading too much into this, but the fact is, Jeremy and Jinger seem to have zero sympathy for the more scandalous side of her family. We are very grateful for TLC giving us the opportunity to be on their network over the years, and their kindness towards the Vuolo family, the couple said in their first public statement following the cancellation of Counting On. It's been a remarkable journey that has opened doors to traveling and experiencing the world in a way that we wouldn't have. The Duggars may be done for good, but clearly, the Vuolos are looking forward to a bright future in the public eye.